Let's talk about both sides in this conflict now are being backed by outside players here. We know about the Houthis being backed by Iran in this struggle. Now, what about the Saudi influence in the country here? This is Saudi Arabia's backyard, essentially. What are they doing in this conflict?
They're trying to help the Sunnis. They're trying to help the regime. It doesn't necessarily work because the Houthis are managing to continue forward, to take all kinds of cities like Hodeidah, like Sana'a a couple of weeks ago, and they are showing better performance on the ground, on the military level, of course. So I guess that in this field, Yemen, this time the Saudis are losing. I don't know if it's temporarily, if it's not, but for the meanwhile, the Saudis are losers.
Losing with their influence. Now Iran, we've seen the Houthis on a roll, essentially, now through Yemen. Do you think this is a direct product of Iranian training and armament?
It's no doubt, and it's not the first time, as Avi said, that the Saudis lose in front of the Houthis. We do remember that a couple of years the Saudis needed the ceasefire, needed the intervention of some Pakistanis experts and another in order to stop the progress of the Houthis towards the Saudis' territories and soil. But David, if you allow, please, I want to emphasize over the larger picture. And the larger picture in this inter-Yemenite fight showed that the emphasis today has shifted from fighting the Iran nuclear plan to the and the focus is now on fighting the Islamic State and Al-Qaeda and the Sunni jihadism.
Of the West, you're saying?
Yes, and what am I saying this? Because we know, and from talking from with Yemenite sources, we understand the following, that the regime in place in Yemen, who is supported, who is backed by the United States, is using the Houthis to fight Al-Qaeda. So the central government is using the Houthis, who are Shiites. The central government is a Sunnite government, is using the Houthis with the green light of the international community to fight Al-Qaeda, which proved that the priority is fighting.
Which is where the U.S. has put all their assets.
Exactly, which can be also a sign towards the negotiations that will be relaunched between Iran and the Western superpower in the coming days.
Well, what's the significance of Yemen? This is, as we may have seen from the poll with our viewers here, that the large percentage of people that had no opinion, it's not a place that's gotten too much focus from at least mainstream media. It's been there. It's been a story there. And of course, the U.S. has put a lot of resources into this place. But what's the significance today of what's taking place in Yemen?
So, of course, it's the control over Bab el-Mandab, those the Gulf over there, the entrance and the exit from the Red Sea. So it has a major importance for all countries around, whether it's Iran or Saudi Arabia and even Israel. I mean, for Israel, it is a strategic area which might have a big effect on the trade that Israel is now having in all over the world. Meaning, if at some point, just let imagine that if something will happen over there and the Houthis will take over and there will be some presence of, I don't know, revolutionary guards or Iranian security forces, we might find ourselves that Israeli ships will be under attack from all kinds of missiles that will be supplied by the Iranians to some rebels that are sitting in Yemen. And for that reason, for Israel, it is a very major issue here. It is a source of worrying, except for all the other fronts that we're facing today.